living in and out of tune. Hey you, you're losing, you're losing, you're losing, you're losing your mind. Hey you, you're losing, you're losing, you're losing, you're losing your mind.
It's gonna be too much if we're over there. Just for security's sake, it's not gonna work.
Can I take a picture? Thank you, man.
Tomorrow night, I smash your boy. Islam!
Islam! Islam! Islam! Islam! Islam!
I'm just going to say I didn't do it. I'm just going to say that I didn't play the song. I don't find the song funny. I didn't think it was appropriate to do.
You got to sacrifice that title. This was retarded. This is not funny. This is horrible. Guess you're not Top G anymore. Stole that shit. I'm Top G, nigga. I talk facts.
Tristan told me that SNEAKO played the song.
He was calling on it. Oh yeah, SNEAKO does loads of clips insulting me all the time.
Let's work out this issue a little bit.
There's no issue.
They smile in my face is what I don't like. They steal your whole sound. That's a sound bite. The media crucify me like they did Christ.
I'm not fucking sorry for listening to a song. It's a fucking song.
A girl will run her mouth only out of spite, but I never.
The bots.
The bots! It's happening. Yay, SNEAKO collab. Mark my words. Yay, I think we could do a good live stream. I'm the only streamer who's never turned his back on you. Been with you since from Yay 24.
I know SNEAKO and Aiden definitely, like, he wants y'all out here for sure.
The dude is undeniably a genius.
SNEAKO, you lit. You got the fucking torch right now and shit.
What is my life? How is this even possible right now?
And I think that I'm the only streamer that can really get Yay on stream.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, SNEAKO.
You be, can you be, can you be, can you be, can you be, will you be, can you be, can you be, you be, can you be, can you be, can you be, can you be, will you be, can you be, can you be.
It's on the house.
Thank you so much. I thought it was banned. I get drinks on a house, nigga. This is still my city. I'm the mayor of Miami. Suck my dick.
Shout out my label, that's me. I'm in this bitch with TB. I'm in this bitch with 4 tray. I just pulled on me a A. Real nigga all in my face. 500 racks in my safe. 500 racks to the plug. What you know about showing love? What you know about pulling up? And the drugs. Make these bitches fall in love.
And you are not welcome in Miami Beach.
I thought we was banned for the club. What happened? Miami mayor, what's going on?
Niggas together, we came from the bottom. We used to wear each other. None of my niggas gon' fold. Couple pussy niggas told. They Me and my niggas no more.
Love speech. This is our year, our takeover.
It's on the house.
Thank you so much. I thought it was banned.
Laughing and celebrating Heil Hitler and Adolf Hitler. I cannot believe we're even seeing this and witnessing Miami Beach.
A Miami Beach nightclub catching heat, accused of celebrating hate with a song about
Hitler.
Yo, hey, too much smoky coming like Canada. Got kush smoke hard in the rooms. I'm running from love, but I'm lacking the stamina. I'm whipping it smart and knocking me up. I'm gonna come fuck on the calendar.
I didn't ask him to play it. I didn't dance. I didn't sing.
I think SNEAKO
Played this song.
You're virtually banned from every single hospitality group in the United States.
Now run that from the top. Let me hear that shit.
Oh, the trimmer.
Chad, should I shave my beard or not?
Problem and the solution.
They want the old pump back, they want the old SNEAKO back. They want the old pump back, they want the old SNEAKO back. Fuck all that talking, man, let's get straight to it. Fuck all that talking, man, let's get straight to it. They want the old pump back, they want the old SNEAKO back. They want the old pump back, they want the old SNEAKO back. Fuck all that talking, man, let's get straight to it. Fuck all that talking, man, let's get straight to it. Fucking clubbing, every nigga tryna ban me. Stole that shit, give me that, I'm the top G. Stitching on me, dog, you said we was family. Like Chris Tyson switching on me like a tranny. And on Twitter, they don't fucking understand me. Ban me from everything, I don't give a fuck. Clipicular, I'ma hit him with the Cybertruck. Vehicular, driving off with the #1. Killing kids that they act like they cannot see. What a stomach, everybody wanna drop me? Taking steak deals, thought you had 8 figures. I'm not taking no shit from a wall kisser. They want the old pump back, they want the old SNEAKO back. They want the old pump back, they want the old SNEAKO back. Fuck all that talking, man, let's get straight to it. Fuck all that talking, man, let's get straight to it. They want the old pump back.
Last time. What's good, everybody?
It's good. Where's that old lake shack? It's gonna be too much
problem in the solution.
Like, just for security's sake, it's not gonna work.
Can I take a picture? Thank you, man.
Tomorrow night, I smash your boy. Islam.
Islam! 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 Islam!
All right. What's good, everybody? Good to see you. Glad to be back. I got the soundboard. Just ordered it yesterday on DoorDash. Was a little bit late today configuring it, but today's the problem and solution. That's why. The problem and solution. Today's going to be a detailed stream. Going to be a long stream, as it always is.
Why did you change the title? We know you were going to come out as gay or trans faggot.
Again, with the dork. Put it at $30 TTS. Again, we got the evil eye, we got the hate watchers and stuff, the jealous dorks and everything. Yeah, I'd be mad if I were you too. I'd be mad if I were you
Brother
too.
Sneak,
It's actually
Pakistani here. Indian food and jazz music tonight, please.
We don't care, but yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you're going to be here for the whole stream today. It's going to be very detailed. We're going to obviously get schizo as we do, and I'm liking the more.
Do not let this distract you from the fact that SNEAKO was brutally mogged by Amber.
Okay, all right. Put it at $30. I don't want to keep listening to these people, and yeah, it's gonna be very detailed. There's lots that I want to get into today. So what I've noticed is that we are now able to identify the problem, and I don't know about you, but I'm feeling extra goy recently. Feeling extra goy. I'm just hyper aware of it. I uploaded a vlog on Twitter about Valentine's Day earlier today, and I'm just hyper aware of where the world is going, about everything that's happening, and we've been doing a lot looking at things in geopolitics and how the world's working. So what's the solution? We're going to figure out what the solution is, and today I want to be a little bit motivational too, but it's going to be a full breakdown about what we're supposed to do, how the world is working, the nature of content right now, what's going out there, view botting going on, Mr. Beast promoting this new credit system that's targeted at children.
My nigger sneak.
Yeah, thank you. So we're gonna get into this whole thing today. Saying I look like Eminem. Yeah, I need to cut my hair soon, but it's just like that's what happens when it grows in. But happy to be here, and the soundboard's good. Does this sound good? How does that sound? Is it working properly? Can you hear it? Let me test it out.
Sensational.
I like that one with a. Allah Akbar! And this is why I was a little bit late today. I was making this. I like that one. One more time. Big fan of that one. My new sound effect. You dig? But yeah, let's get into the stuff. Happy to see everybody in here. Happy to see Love Speech in here today. Thanks for the donos. How come the name Hitler's Band and Leopold isn't? I don't know, bro. Like, it just, do you have autism? Like, what? Fuck, the stream didn't even start yet. And people are just getting straight up autistic. But yeah, yesterday's stream was 9 hours. And I took a day off the day before. But anyway, yeah, glad to be here. The shit's moving today. Good to see you guys. A lot of energy here. Fucking hell. Am I carrying streaming right now? Obviously carrying YouTube streaming, but are we carrying Kick streaming too? What chat can move faster? We got both of them on here. What's gonna move a little bit faster? Face of YouTube streaming right now, but I think I'm the face of Kick too. I'm ready to go. I stole that shit. Especially yesterday when all these people were exposed apparently of view-botting. We're gonna get into that. And shout out to Ice Poseidon. I was DMing him earlier, and I want to do travel stuff after Ramadan, and he mentioned to me that he's going to, I don't know if I should say it, I don't know if he's public with that, but he is traveling somewhere that I want to go to. So maybe I could do some travel stuff with Ice Poseidon. You know, I think that'd be a good one. I don't know what you think. I'm spitting out a tobacco nicotine pouch. I got to stop smoking. But yeah, that should be great. And but I have to find a new filmer because
what makes today's stream different? Today's
stream is different because instead of just addressing the problem, I want to get an actual solution, right? So later on, as the stream progresses, I have things detailed about what we could actually do, right? And what you could do in your individual life, because we are extremely limited as Goyim. Goy Lives Matter is dropping soon, as soon as the Shopify gets verified and everything, and obviously the rest of the merch, the SNEAKO Lab brand at SNEAKO.com, that's all going to drop. But hyper aware of that stuff. So how do we apply schizo knowledge and make our lives better? I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing there's lots of, let's be real, like depressing content out there. And if you look at where the world's going, I think you could kind of get blackpilled. Andrew Tate saying that people should look up to Jeffrey Epstein and saying that he's a winner. I've got tech teams in Israel. I've got an Israeli girlfriend. Not to harp about him forever, but there's not anybody like giving actionable solutions. And I noticed too, yesterday I saw Cuffham get upset because they were saying that he was view-botting because he had 4,000 viewers, and which is good. 4,000 viewers is a lot, but usually it says he has a lot more. And so when the things get changed, they start saying that they're capping their views, which I think is cope. Like, why would a streaming website cap your views as a form of disrespect? That doesn't make any sense. So you could definitely do things in streaming that aren't completely gesture maxing and tap dancing. For example, for the last several streams, I think we've done 4 or 5 streams now where we are watching lectures and taking notes, and people are messaging me saying that they really like, that learning process, for lack of a better term. I don't want to say learning because I don't want people to be scared away and think that this is a class, but it's cool to learn as a community. But real talk, that's the only way to describe it. And so I have a lot of detailed videos about what we could do and how to apply this to your life and what the next steps are. So obviously we are limited, but we have a lot of opportunities to get better, right? And it's kind of sad seeing all these people view-bot, allegedly, if they really are, and that's why I like CX and Ice Poseidon, because he's been calling it out. Obviously, Stable Ronaldo reached out to me too, and he said, good job for calling out the view-bots. Maybe he wanted me to keep that private because he stopped messaging after that, but it is what it is. I'm streaming for like 9-10 hours a day, and I do say a lot of things, but people are sick of that. And especially when people are making generational wealth, they make as much money as they make. For their self-esteem to be fully attached to their view count that's fake is is hindering and it is stupid. It's something that we should move on from. So shout out to those people doing that. And I like the people that are exposing that, because eventually it is going to be able to go away. The Indian bot farm, you know, they're I don't know what they're doing. From what the videos we see, they're cooking food with their feet, and they're, you know, there's poop particles flying around, but hopefully that's not true. And it is funny as well that the story, you remember when Trump was saying, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats? That got 10 times more attention than what's going on with Jeffrey Epstein. So we have been detailing that extensively. And also what's also funny is the amount of slop tubers careers are making. They should give me a percentage. All these slop tubers and hate watchers, like, it's all the same people like, man, Steve will be saying some racist shit. It's like, racism is such a 2020 topic, and they can really, you could genuinely start a whole YouTube career just A-logging me and hyperfixating. Man, why SNEAKO said the N-word? What's going on with that? It's just like, what are we talking about? You know, it's from everywhere. You even see it in the TTS now, like these loser red pillars and shit, that they don't make content anymore, and they just you know, spend their time dedicating to talking about me. And I'm not saying that from an egotistical perspective, but that's what happens when you start to grow and people get upset. So like, how do we get away from that? How do we separate ourselves from this social media bubble where it keeps people attached to views and attached to nothing and trying to get AdSense? What do we do about this? So here's the problem. And here's the solution. Yap, yap, yap. All right, fine. It is what it is. Let's get into the fucking stream. Happy to see you guys. Some donos. Jesus Christ is King. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Christians of the chat. Christ is King. Of course, man. And SNEAKO Top G, I'm watching from the Netherlands. Our king is not in the Epstein files. Great. All right. So what's going on? What is going on? There's quite a bit to talk about. As you turn the mic up. Can you guys hear or no?
Do you think the Jews, louder? As the supposed chosen people, will be punished on Judgment Day? I don't want to keep hearing poor people say, do you think the Jews, the chosen people, will be punished on... Okay, it's just like, bro, it's like, of course, anybody who's not following God, of course they're going to... I mean, what do I know? But yeah, people who embody racial supremacy, like that stuff, yeah, it's a stupid question. Anyway. So, here's part of the problem. Mr. Beast has acquired Step, a teen-focused financial app valued at $900 million, and a deal reportedly worth over $1 billion. So here's part of the problem right here. Right, people aren't going to call this out. Streamers, content creators, everybody that's a little tap dancing and gesture maxing for Mr. Beast right now, they won't call this out because they want to get clout from a collab. They want to go sit in a circle and put their hand on a Lamborghini for 72 hours for the chance at a little drop, a glimpse of more clout. And what this is, if you look at Step, which is detailed here as a financial app literally targeting teenagers, in the words of Mr. Beast, allegedly, in my opinion, he tweeted that, saying this is targeted towards children, teenagers who are not financially set. Right, there's two issues here. One, Mr. Beast has been saying a lot recently that he is broke. He's trying to come off relatable and say he's actually poor. He doesn't actually have a lot of money because he has all of his money tied up in assets, which is literally how every billionaire operates. They don't really have any liquid cash. All of their money is tied up in trusts and in assets and in companies, and then they just borrow based off of their assets. This is like finance 101. So for him to say that and then also acquire a finance app, which is, let's break down what this really is. This is to get teenagers focused on their credit and focus on their credit score so that you stay wage slaves forever. The problem is, and Mr. Beast will never address this because, you know, he has partnered up with the Rockefeller Foundation, allegedly, in my opinion, to promote fake chicken. Well, he actually is partnered up with the Rockefellers. But the slavery system is based off of usury, is based off of credit, is based off of debt. If you have all your money in credit, and if you are always going to be paying interest on your loans, if you owe money to the bank, so it's like things like Klarna right now, you could borrow money so that you could buy Goy slot from Amazon.com. And if you don't have the money right now, you can use credit to pay it off. But the problem is, you buy it right now, buy whatever on Amazon.com, your little vibrator or whatever. But when you have to pay it Jesus
back,
died for
you
nothing.
owe more money than it actually costs. You have to pay off more in the future, right? There's interest. And so then you end up becoming a wage slave forever. And this is probably what this app is focused on doing. Turning teenagers, turning them into forever debt slaves, wage slaves, credit slaves. This is all these finance platforms are
usury-based systems. And again, usury is banned in Christianity and Islam. Usury was famously forbidden in Christianity, so we saw from the Rothschild families, what we've recently learned is that the Christians in Europe that were in charge running the European empire for hundreds of years, they couldn't use usury for their own benefit. So what they did was they hired Jewish bankers. This is not a conspiracy theory, this is true. Because usury was banned and because they couldn't get wartime loans, because war is one of the most profitable, industries, they would hire Jewish bankers. And so the Jewish bankers would be using usury on the Goyim. That's why you have the Rothschilds today. That's how you have the power that the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, these families that are involved in central banking make so much money. And so now Mr. Beast is kind of looking like he's a useful tool.
These bitch mods are slacking my niggu.
Okay. Yo, turn the TTS to $30, please. Please. Bronson. So, the issue here is, one, nobody's going to call this out the same way that nobody called about Chris Tyson, because when they saw Chris Tyson leave his family to dress up like a girl and take HRT and do surgeries, allegedly, in my opinion, I mean, at the very least, he was proven to be doing HRT. They said that very publicly. Nobody called this out when Chris Tyson left his wife and kid to go dress up like a girl and take hormones, because they called it transphobic, and also all the other content creators that are now tap dancing in Qatar and going to the Saudi Arabia theme park, they wanted to get that collab, so they didn't talk about it. But now they realize it's true. And the same people that say like fuck ICE and they'll talk about Epstein or whatever and say pedophilia is bad, but when Chris Tyson is a pedophile, they didn't talk about it. Nobody says a thing. You're gonna see the same issue now. Now that they see Mr. Beast is partnering with this financial app to go target children to get them involved in usury and become credit slaves, they won't call it out. They are not going to call out this problem. All right, everyone's gonna look away because clout is a priority. This is the same issue we find with U-botting. This is the problem. And I like Mr. Beast. I like Mr. Beast, which is not mutually exclusive. People say it's hate farming when you talk about this stuff. It's not hate farming. If you actually like somebody and care about them and you want the best for them, then you see blatant mistakes like this and you see things that are horrible for the society and for the world, and you say, actually, no, that this is not a good idea. You don't prioritize your little clout collab and your little tap dance in a circle to Jester Max with your hand on a Lamborghini. You talk about it and you say that I don't think that this is correct. And so I want every single streamer and content creator who stood silent about Chris Tyson and called me transphobic even though I'm right about it and you were wrong, you should call this out too. You know that this is a usury-based program targeting teenagers, and this is not okay, and it's going to turn society, it's going to make people wage slaves, debt slaves. This is the matrix once again. Central banking is by and large the definition of the slave system of the matrix. This is how everybody gets sad, everybody has low energy, this is why people are the way they are. This is why $94,000 is the average debt in Gen Z. This is why there's a housing crisis. This is why rent is higher than it's ever been for any generation. This is why the average 30-year-old does not own a home, is unmarried. Back during the baby boomer era, over 50% of baby boomers were 30 years old and could own a house and be married. In our generation, it's less than 10% of 30-year-olds that are married and own a home. It's a pipe dream now. The new American dream is the basis of living for previous generations. And it's because of things like central banking. It's because of things like Mr. Beast's new app. So if anybody's gonna LARP and care about this stuff and go to a moral high ground about ICE, about transphobia, any of this shit that they pretend to care about so they look empathetic to the audience, they need to call this out. They need to say something. Are you gonna make the same mistake as Chris Tyson? Are you gonna make the same mistake as that situation? Moving on. Here's Jordan Pauline apologizing for accusing Ty Lil, Kai Cenat's friend. You remember he's like, if it's not funny, New York City, New York City, New York City. Remember Kai Cenat's friend like yelling at Rakai? I'm from New York City, New York City, New York City. Right, and he stood up for Kai at the Streamer Wars. Anyway, this girl accused him of grape. Let's see what she says now.
So if you have some type of raging vendetta against me for me saying things out of emotions, we all say things we don't mean when we're hurt.
I have never accused someone of graping me when I was emotional. I don't know about you, but like now Okay, so she's pretty much admitting that she lied, which should be jail time. She should go to jail for this, right? She should be ostracized from society. This should be the end of her career. Imagine how much money Dez has lost from this. How much money did he lose? How many deals? How much how much trauma did he have to go through for this situation that he was vindicated about?
I don't want anybody to ever think that that's something I meant. That's something I live by. That's how I feel. Like, no. I was traumatized and I was hurt. And I said some things I did not mean and I shouldn't have said. And I genuinely apologize from the bottom of my heart for those remarks. And yes, I'm gonna leave it at that. But Black people are phenomenal.
Black people are phenomenal. So again, they make it a race issue. It's like, let's leave this in 2020. Again, to all the slop tubers, one, like, leave this stuff in 2020. This Wakanda Forever, George Floyd attitude. People don't buy it anymore. And second, you don't just get to go on a TikTok live and apologize for this and act like you didn't try to extort him for money and ruin his career because you wanted clout. Every other content creator should see this and stay far away, but also this should be a crime. This should get you ostracized. This should literally be jail time. And if this isn't, you know, if Dez doesn't sue her for this, he should. I mean, I'll fucking pay for the lawyer.
History Month. We're going to continue to break down these walls, get over these mountains, and do great things in this world.
What does this have to do with Black people?
And
it's Ty Lil, not Dez. My mistake.
You know, we're God ordained, we're God's people, and yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Okay? My kids are gonna be Black. My dog is Black.
What the fuck? Your dog is Black? Did she? Oh, there's no way she just said that.
My dog is Black.
What the fuck does that have to do with you accusing Ty Lil of rape? What does your dog being Wakanda Forever have to do with a false accusation?
I'm Black. My mama's Black.
What?
My friends are Black.
What?
I love Black people.
So?
And I love Black men.
So?
Assalamu alaikum.
What? Do not say wa alaikum to salam to that. If I see some brown people go, brother, Jordan, Pauline. Like, bro, don't. Don't.
Let's shake them.
Yeah, that should be jail time. Let's go see here. So XQC is calling out Moist Critical. Again, this is part of the problem. So you see the clout-focused society, right? The goy slop, the distractions. What's going on here? Is XQC saying something similar to what I've been saying? And thanks for the 10. You said the Rothschild family found out that Napoleon lost the Battle of Waterloo before the whole world and went to the stock markets and manipulated. Yes. Yeah, okay, you've been paying attention. You've been taking notes in the lectures. Absolutely. Yes. The Rothschild family was controlling the media in Europe. Okay, but that's good. That's good. This guy is fucking paying attention.
I don't understand how Moist can sit like this. He made a video about the Mr. Beast guy, person. My bad. The Mr. Beast, you know, the person.
What?
Yo, guys, what's his name?
Chris Tyson.
Yo, I'm trying to find the name. I'm trying to find the name. Yo. Trying to find the name.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ, hello, help me.
He said that, okay, let me reiterate for you. Extensively in the debate, probably at least 10 to 15 times, Moist Critical made it clear that he thinks that kids should be able to consent to transgender surgeries. Kids should be able to cut their penises off if they consent. This is what Moist Critical belief is. And I don't really think it's his belief. I just think he just says things that he finds on the trending page. I think he says things just to remain popular. I think he says what he thinks will garner him the largest audience. I don't think he believes in anything he says at all, ever. I just think he just follows whatever the crowd is and what will make people like him. Because after that debate, he found out, wait, no, actually, people don't think that kids should be able to cut their penises off.
Come on, chop. Chris, yeah. He made a video about Chris and the usage of Discord and those talks, whatever, right?
Right, because Chris Tyson's Epstein Island was Discord. That was where Chris Tyson was, his Ghislaine Maxwell was Discord. That's where he was recruiting people to get him in his grooming operation, allegedly, in my opinion.
You know about Roblox and the harm that it does to them. The weird PDF on Roblox and all those accessibility. The fact that they were able to talk through Discord and made a big deal about Discord. But dude, now it's time to stand on business about that take. You can't just fall.
I love that XQC always like the stand on business guy. I fuck with X.
Arm Discord hate because that's public opinion. When you have constantly put them under fire for that exact reason. Because
right. So Moist Critical, this is what XQC is saying. Moist Critical was blaming Discord and Roblox, saying that they should regulate how many minors go on there because people like Chris Tyson are diddling kids using Discord. And now that Discord, which has been bought by an Israeli, the new CEO of Discord is a man born in Israel, and he wants mass surveillance. The CEO of Discord wants you to have to put facial recognition in order to use the site. He wants a Ring camera on there. You need to scan your face to go on Discord.
But people don't give a shit because they're on it.
But now that that's unpopular, you see him switch. So which one is it, Moist? Which one is it? Do we need facial recognition? Do we need to filter out the minors? Or is this this dangerous for the children?
And they'll watch a Moist video, say like, yep, fuck this shit, move on. And copy paste overall every time. And there's nobody has a spine here. Nobody's still on business. It's lame as fuck.
Protecting kids from bad people on Discord. Now, something else in their announcement is this about
again, perfect example. People like him just change their opinion when it's popular. Glad people are starting to see. I've been saying this for years. Been saying this for motherfucking years. Moving on. Here gets to the view botting problem. I saw this in live stream fail. We're saying Aiden got exposed 2 days ago by Ice Poseidon for view botting. Now his recent stream can't even pull 12K. With 12K is a lot. 12K, if that's real, I know. I think Aiden's saying that Kick is disrespecting him and they're purposely throttling his views. I don't know what you think. He looked frustrated as allegedly thinking about going back to Twitch, claiming Kick is capping his live views at 15K. So, okay, a couple things here. I hope Aiden Ross is not botting. I'm not going to be here and accuse him of that. Aiden's my friend. I think he's a great streamer. One, you got generational wealth. You have like, what is a $30 million mansion? You've made it in the streaming world. You make a lot of money. You have a big community anyway. What would be the need to view bot at that point? You're already making more money than 99.99999% of the world ever did and ever will. Two, why would Kick cap your views? What would be the financial incentive? What would be the reason for Kick to literally restrict how many viewers somebody is getting? So I don't know if that's what he's saying, and I personally don't think Aiden Ross is view botting. I don't think he's view botting. But I did find it funny yesterday when they said they were capping and Cuffham had less viewers than me when I was watching a lecture, and then he's like saying, oh, should I just take notes like SNEAKO and learn stuff? It's like, yeah, maybe you don't need to gesture max all the time. You know, maybe it doesn't just need to be pure brain rot and gambling and whatever. No disrespect, but it's like he seems like upset saying that, like, okay, you know, look at SNEAKO, he's taking notes and learning stuff. It's like, why is that a bad thing? Streaming doesn't just need to be strict brain rot. It doesn't need to all the time. I'll do brain rot content, but there's nothing, I think that's beneficial. This is part of this. This is the problem and the solution. So let's go see. What did Aiden's, what's his defense?
Yo, Kick is playing with me, bro. Let's go to party with Jack. Dude, you're so fucking retarded. Why did whatever happened to party, bro? Whatever happened to party, bro? SNEAKO went, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Once they lost SNEAKO, it was over. It was over. Chat, we are stuck.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to party since then, chat. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about that. Thanks to the 2 gifted, Mr. Ghostface.
At 8. We're stuck. We're stuck, bro.
We're stuck.
We're stuck. I think we're cooked, dude. I think we're cooked, dude. It's time. Let's just leave. Let's go. Let's go back to purple. Okay? We got, chat, we have the, fuck stalling. We have the 2, wait, what the fuck? Chat. 48 hours and 57 minutes. Y'all see that or no? Look at the bottom right.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I mean, chat, listen, bro. Listen. You guys aren't stupid. Okay? You guys aren't stupid.
Yeah, and I don't think Aiden Ross is botting, but it's like undeniably true. Like, let's just not run from the truth. Eddie said himself, the CEO of Kick, credited me for being one of the few people on Kick who's not view botting, right? Him and Santa Maria said, shout out to you. I respect the fact that you've never view botted on Kick. I've never view botted, I never will. And it's for that reason, because I think that if you start view botting, you get caught in this trap, and it's like, and if it doesn't work, imagine if you've been view botting for 6 months and then it gets patched, or the view botter that you're paying to put up Indian feet that are watching, like someone's Indian feet is there by 30 computers. I imagine there's a hurricane and everybody washes through, or like there's a poop festival nearby. Someone throws a poop and it lands right in the computer, and then they can't watch your stream. What do? Your audience is going to berate you, and your self-esteem is going to be attached to something that you have no control over anymore. Right? It's a cycle that it's like getting fentanyl from the same dealer for years on end, and then he dies. And where are you going to get your fent supply? You've learned how to operate off that. What do you do now?
Wants to show that I'm getting less viewers than everyone on Kick. It's fine. It is what it is. We'll just go to Twitch. We'll go to Twitch. They're already here, Lico. So if we were to swap to Twitch right fucking now, I know we'd get more than 9,000 viewers. I swear to God we would on Twitch. I know we would.
9,000 viewers is good, bro. It's like I don't like to see him anxious like that, bro. Aiden's a great streamer. Aiden's a great streamer. Like, who cares, dude? Who cares? If it is 9K, if they are capping you at 9K, just do the stream. And if then, like, I guess the fear is like, all right, my celebrity guests that are coming on, they are not going to want to be around me if I only have 9K viewers, which is an incredible amount. If they don't want to go on because you have 9K, then you shouldn't even be doing a collab with them in the first place. If those people only want to be around you just for views, are those people that you want to be around? Don't you want to collaborate and keep people in your life, keep people in your stream, promote people, and share energy with people that like you for you, not for views?
So if we go to Twitch right now, are we ready to go? Ice cried to Eddie for the last 2 weeks. I think we just go to Twitch, bro. Fuck this.
This background's pretty funny, right?
Shit. Fuck this being disrespected shit. I go, look how fast my chat is, bro. You mean to tell me? I'm not gonna shit on everyone else, bro. But come on, bro. You mean to tell me I have the lowest amount of viewers than everyone right now streaming?
Dude,
fuck out of here.
It's okay, bro.
Like, what are we doing?
Again, don't compare yourself to others. This is a trap. Comparison is the thief of joy. If you are going to be comparing yourself and basing your self-worth based off how many viewers you have compared to other streamers, you're never going to be happy. You're going to always live in it. Your baseline emotion is going to be in comparison to others. And yeah, it's funny here. It's like right here. You can see Cuffham, he had 3.8, Convy 4, and then I had 5 on Kick. I don't buy, like, imagine them for so long they're thinking like, oh, I'm better than SNEAKO because I have these amount of viewers. And then when it's not like that, their entire self-esteem changes because they're basing it off of this. This is a view count becomes your literal measurement of success of who you are. That's a trap. That is another matrix. This is the problem.
What are we doing, bro? My whole chat spamming it. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Chat.
Moving on. But yeah, shout out to them. I just don't like to. Who cares, bro? Who cares how many views you have? Continuing on. Here's another example of the problem. Here's a Patriots fan from the Super Bowl 2 days ago. Holy sneak. It's not a sneak this, bro. And again, I get this. I get this rhetoric overwhelmingly compared to other people. They say, oh, you're sneak dissing. It's like, what did I say that's wrong? They always say this stuff like you're sneak diss. It's not sneak dissing. I want the best for people. I see that people are becoming unhappy because they're literally measuring their self-worth based off of something so irrelevant and so unimportant like view count. And I care about people and I care about them. Aiden Ross is my friend. So I don't want when I say, oh, I only have 9K, I only have 9, like that is going to keep you unhappy. If you are going to play into that and ignore that because you think that it's sneak dissing to point that out, then you don't actually care. I'm seeing that this is a problem. This will keep you within an unhappy state, right? The truth is what sets you free. Not living within a lie, not trying to cope forever. Coping forever is putting a Band-Aid over the problem. Let it flood out. Let it leak. And again, I'll reiterate, I don't think he's view botting, but I do hear based off that clip that view count is extremely important to him. Fuck what people say. What your computer's gonna say you fell off? Fuck them. Say that if you fell off, you fell off. Who cares? At the end of the day, you make millions and millions of dollars to stream and tell jokes. You made it. You made it. If you already made it, then you should be every day should be a blessing that you're alive. Fucking hell, I need to cut my hair, dude. I don't know what to do with this. Like NSYNC or Ellen DeGeneres or fucking shit, dude. This is the weirdest. Anyway, here's some of the goy stuff going on at the Super Bowl. And this is what the goyim do. It's another part of the problem. It's like Epstein files implicating our entire government. I sleep. You know, our entire country getting subverted by Israel to go bomb children. I sleep. But sports ball team loses. Like, none of these players know who you are. You don't have any investment into this team. You literally have, like, you play no part into the success of it. Look at how the goyim get emotionally involved into these sports teams. And I'm not just saying this to be a chud, but what is it, like 40% of the NFL teams are controlled by Jewish Zionists? 47% of the NBA teams are also owned by Jewish Zionists. It's like, how many times, you know, these are actual stats, allegedly, in my opinion. 47%. You remember what they made Kyrie Irving do to apologize when he posted a link to a documentary about the transatlantic slave trade? Kyrie Irving's requirements to be able to play goy ball again was he had to apologize. He needed to take anti-Semitic classes. He needed to take training about hate speech. He needed to donate this money. He needed to get re-educated. They had to put him through this humiliation ritual just to play goy ball again because he posted a link to a documentary, right? And people know this. They saw this, and look at the goyim get emotionally. Look at their reactions. This is what you should be doing. Really, obviously, you shouldn't break your TV with a chair, idiot. But what would be a justified reaction is like throwing your chair through a TV when you see that Trump is covering up for the Epstein files. When Piers Morgan says, could it be Russia implicated with Epstein? That's what should make you put a chair through a TV, not your goy ball team losing. Saying it's fake? Yeah, it probably is, but people still act this way and have more emotional attachment to this than they do towards what's happening in the world. And again, even if it's fake, it's still real. Like, they still did this. You know? Like, even though it is it's also, this still happened. You understand? It's not fake. Like, it's not AI. He did throw a chair through a TV and get food all over him with his jersey on. So this is everything in Gen Z now in the social media age. It's the semi-ironic / real thing.
Oh, shit, my bad.
Anyway, yeah, don't do this. It's stupid. So, again, and here's another ad from the Super Bowl that I just saw. Maybe you guys saw this if you watched it. I didn't see the Super Bowl, but let's see this.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine?
Minorities, white people.
But you'll still see Dad.
White people, okay, pay attention to the race dynamics.
This beauty would a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine?
Doggo, minority.
Could you be
White
storm
coming in.
I have always wanted to have a neighbor just
The white people are alienating the minorities.
I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful so much. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Okay, so the purpose of the commercial was minorities are good people who help you find your dog, and the whites are the ones looking at you being racist.
Thank you so much.
Won't you be?
And then here you are, Goyim. And you know who's financing this? Oh, the central bank system. Here, be a good goy and pay loans on your debt so that you can live in a house forever. There you go. So Central bank system financing an advertisement demonizing white people and showing that minorities are the good people. Own the dream. No, actually, you literally don't own the dream. That's what a mortgage is. But anyway, I wonder who was behind this ad. I wonder who was behind it. Well, I know. You know exactly who was. It was a Palestinian behind the ad. It was a Palestinian guy. And again, let's go back to the central bank system, how this works. So this is Mr. Beast describing his new partnership with Step. He says he's excited to share that we're acquiring a new financial services app. Nobody taught me about investing, building credit, or managing money when I was growing up. That's exactly why we're joining forces with Step. I want to give millions of young people the financial foundation I never had. Lots to share soon. The financial foundation, let me guess. It's a credit-based system, usury focused. But anyway, the fact that it's targeted towards teenagers and young people, it's like, well, last time Chris Tyson was targeted towards young people, how did that go? You know, how did that work out? And again, I say this out of love. I like Jimmy, but bro, it's like, at what point is enough money enough? At what point did you make enough money, man? You know, how much? When's enough enough? You know, it's funny. Andrew Tate said the same thing. When I was at that party, he kept saying how miserable he was. I'm miserable. There's nothing to do. This is all on stream. There's all the content there. I recommend you guys watch that. It was an interesting conversation to describe his point of view. But, you know, and since then he said that, like, the only thing that keeps him going is, like, racism. That's the only thing he cares about. Like, he said almost word for word on Twitter that the only thing that keeps him from killing himself is racism. And then the whole day at that party, he keeps saying, like, how he's so miserable and there's nothing to do. It's like, you're only miserable if you don't have a greater purpose and if you don't see that you're serving a greater function here. That's the solution, right? Everybody is finding this problem. And Mr. Beast is like, you're a billionaire now and you're still partnering with financial services to build credit, to get teenagers to learn how to build credit. You know, at what point is enough money enough? Enough U-bots enough? Enough fame? Enough money? Like, how much money do you need to make before you stop destroying the, like, that's the problem. We'll get to the solution though. It's not all doom and gloom. So here's what's going on in the world right now. Moving a little away from the normie things. Here's a man in congressional office building answer between America versus Israel first. This is what I think people should be smashing their chairs through a TV about, not goy ball.
Sir, can we ask you America first or Israel first?
Israel first.
Israel first?
Yes.
Before America?
This is in our government. Where is this building? Congressional office building.
Israel first.
Israel first?
Yes.
Before America?
No, of course not.
You fat penguin? That's
You
what
know,
you have to
in
say?
these halls, you're going to get in a lot of trouble.
You're a
everybody.
fat, disgusting penguin, sir.
No, you're a loser.
You're a fat,
and
disgusting
you're a
penguin.
loser. You're the
You're a
biggest
fat,
loser that
disgusting
ever
penguin.
existed. All you guys are losers.
You're a fat,
You're
disgusting
losers
penguin.
that hate America and hate Jews.
You're a fat, disgusting
Hate
penguin,
Jews and
sir.
hate America.
You're a fat.
And Syria,
Nobody
gives a shit, right?
You said nobody
Can you
gives a
repeat?
shit, right?
What? Pal, I'm leaving. You don't have the right to harass people in these halls.
We're just asking you a question, sir.
Okay. Again, they cry out as they strike you. It's like, you're a piece of shit, ugly, stupid Jew hater. You can't harass me.
You cursed at us.
Victim
bro.
and oppressor.
You said nobody gives a shit. We didn't curse at you. We treated you respectfully, fat boy. You said nobody gives a shit. You didn't say that. We have it on camera. You gonna lie now? You're a lying sack of crap, sir. You're a fat penguin-looking PDF, sir. You're a PDF, brother. PDF file.
Got him. Well, yeah, this is what's controlling our government right now. You know, right in our faces. And again, someone just said mail time. So this is here. Again, I'm vindicated. Just in, Venezuela sends oil to Israel for the first time in years following the capture of President Maduro. I told you this is what it was about. And the pushback I got specifically, I had an argument with Nick Fuentes about this. He was saying that this is good. Monroe Doctrine, American Empire, American Empire. I said no. Clearly, they're doing this for Israel. Everything that Trump has done in his second term has been to benefit Israel. It's not been to benefit America. And so now they're sending the oil that they were bragging about. We got all the oil. We got billions of oil. It's like 2-3 billion. And where does it go? it goes right back to Israel. What did you expect? I told you. I told you. Did you think that Trump was dick-sucking Netanyahu for this entire second term and then suddenly he actually did something for the benefit of America? No. This is all benefiting Israel. Israel made it clear that they were so super happy about this. Netanyahu tweeted as soon as Maduro was captured, he was happy. Netanyahu has been criticizing Venezuela for electing a president that was extremely pro-Palestine. He was extremely critical of the fact that Venezuela apparently had connections to Hezbollah, which is a proxy for Iran. Hezbollah is an Iranian proxy, and Israel's last greatest threat in the Middle East is Iran. So obviously, no, it wasn't about America. This wasn't about establishing Monroe Doctrine or the American Empire. This oil is now being sent to Israel. And this is from BRICS. This is from BRICS. So a couple things I'm vindicated on. One, they don't give a fuck. They don't give one single fuck about the cocaine or the machine guns that they wrote, saying that that's why they needed to go capture him. Like everybody knows, this is one of the first times that we saw an invasion of another country. They kidnapped the president with the justification that he was growing cocaine and that he had machine guns. Everybody knew that was bullshit. It was about oil. And now we see what they're doing with the oil. They're sending it right to Israel. So I'll gladly accept apologies from people who said that I was a third world communist. I'll gladly accept apologies from people who said I was wrong about this. And obviously it's nice to be vindicated, but at the same time, it's once again a clear example of what's really happening in our country. So here we go. Here we go. Trump is not America first at all. Here's proof. Moving on. Here's something else Trump said. Trump has said this about the civilians killed in Gaza. What did he say? Did Trump say something good? I'm super excited.
Hamas has lost 58,000 people. That's big retribution.
Okay, so 58,000 Hamas members. So it's not a genocide. Israel bombed 58,000 Hamas members. Do you understand how big of an army that is? 58,000. Look at RFK too. People are saying that they killed his family and now he's being a simp for them. This is brutal to hear. You gotta eat a burger. That's good for your burger. Trump is make America healthy.
That's big retribution. People understand that. So, no, I think they're all tired of fighting, and this really.
Yeah, there's not 58,000 Hamas members. This is retarded. So now, instead covering up the children, right? Because Gaza is populated of 47% children. Now they're all Hamas members.
Gives the whole Middle East. This is beyond Gaza. Gaza is very important, but this is beyond Gaza.
One more time so you hear.
Hamas has lost 58,000 people.
Hamas. Continuing on, yeah, here's something from the World Economic Forum. So, yeah, and again, this is actually funny because here, we don't need to watch this 3-minute video where the World Economic Forum is saying that we should pretty much, let's see.
We tend to think only about financial capital, about cash, financial assets, but we know that's not the only value on which our economies depend. We know that every aspect of every part of the economy is fundamentally dependent on nature, as you highlighted. The air that we breathe, the water we drink, the soil, the oceans that we need for the food that we need to consume, the minerals that we need as inputs to technology and to infrastructure. And without these forms of value, these forms of natural capital, we won't have economies of our economies. But the ways, as you said, the ways in which we have grown our economies, our models of economic development, have been incredibly successful for global prosperity. I mean, but the unintended consequences of current models of growth are simply not sustainable on a finite planet. The amount of...
basically saying now you got to pay for air. Basically saying now water, soil, oxygen should not be infinitely accessible. Niggas are going to start charging you for air. Saying I disagree with you in Venezuela, but I was wrong and I own it. Always been a fan. Thanks, Jack Powell. Yeah, I told you. I mean, like, bro, it's like, just when you ever look at American foreign policy, just remember it's not ever about America. Israel sees it as a project for them, right? It's always going to be for the benefit of them. Everything in American foreign policy, almost like to a T. If you could point me an example recently where it benefits us, then I stand vindicated. But time and time again, when have I ever been wrong? And so here's the response. This is from Proud Socialists saying they're going to start charging us to breathe air soon. You don't hate capitalism enough. Breathe air! And then blows a hookah in Piers Morgan's face. Look, it's not about capitalism and communism. This is stupid. All the isms, in the words of Dennis Prager said himself that every single ism was, and this is the words of Dennis Prager, right? Founder of Prager University. He's a Jewish guy. He said before he had a stroke, every single ism has been predominantly dominated by Jews. Feminism, Marxism, communism, capitalism, every single ism except for Nazism. And we've seen, as we've been doing research and watching these lectures, just how much communism, Frankism, especially communism and capitalism, these isms, have been infiltrated by Frankists, infiltrated by people who worship Sabbatai Zevi, undercovers, right? These aren't things, like, people will think that, okay, I see what's going on, I see the problem, time to become a communist, time to be ultra-capitalist, time to be ultra-far-right, time to be, I'm saying all of these isms, all of these political ideologies, they are all subverted by the same people, overwhelmingly historically by Frankists. So there's no point in trying to, in the words of Dennis Prager, overwhelmingly pushed in the West by Jews. This is what he said. It's not anti-Semitic, he said it. Communism, capitalism, is all the same thing. It's all the same. It all goes in the same direction. So stop. This is what's so important this year, is removing yourself from these labels and from these false ideologies that make you think that you're doing something progressive and it's not doing anything but helping the same exact cause, which is establishing the greater state of Israel. Stop. Only follow God and God alone. That's it. Only follow God. All the rest of this, every single one is a psyop. And it's been proven time and time again. That's why I want you to stay for this whole stream. These lectures expose that. Who started communism? Who started? They knew, even Karl Marx said, that it was inevitable. Capitalism is necessary so that a socialist state will arrive. And socialism is necessary so that communism arrives. And communism is necessary to establish a slave class. Right? Marx pretended to be for the status quo and for the working class, but really his idea, Marxism, has a ruling class. You can't, they say, oh, it's for the people, it's for the workers or whatever. There's still going to be an elite class in charge. Communism is a lie. It's just extended capitalism. And right now we're at the second stage. Capitalism inevitably spawns socialism. Look what happened in New York City. People can't afford rent anymore. People can't, people are afraid that they can't own homes, rightfully so. So naturally they elect a democratic socialist like Zohar Mamdani. They can't fucking pay for anything. They need free stuff. Inevitably that goes to communism, but all this serves the same exact function. Wake up, Goy. It's not communism, it's not capitalism, that's the problem. Moving on from this. Okay, let's see how they're starting to turn the tide. So we saw yesterday how Turning Point was botting their views in order to get people to watch Kid Rock. You know what's funny? I saw a video, allegedly in my opinion, that Kid Rock halftime show wasn't even at the halftime show. It was recorded like 2 weeks ago in a crowd of 200 people that they paid to go and make it seem like they actually like it. So let's see what Turning Point's saying now. This is Laura Inagram. Yeah.
How many of you are satisfied? You can clap. Satisfied with the results of the Epstein investigation.
Boo.
Okay, I told you to clap. You guys aren't listening. I'm not going to grade you on a curve.
Fuck you!
I was going to get to that. How many of you are
We're not satisfied
with the results of the investigation?
Fuck you! Boo! Fuck you! Yeah, they're fucked. They are fucked. They are never going to get the trust of the people again after this stuff. We're going to look at this later. This is an Epstein file database. We're going to look at this. Oh, here's pretty funny before I get into these last two clips. This is super funny. So in 2001, this is VH1. This is, damn, how many years ago? 25 years ago?
But not quite as much as financier Jeffrey Epstein. Jeff was a high school math teacher until he traded his blackboard for the big board.
Yeah, high school math teacher. You know what's funny now? You know what they unredacted in the Epstein files yesterday? They showed finally that Les Wexner is a co-conspirator with Jeffrey Epstein, allegedly, in my opinion. Les Wexner is not, in fact, a Russian. Les Wexner is a rich Jewish Zionist, a billionaire philanthropist lives in Ohio, the CEO of Victoria's Secret. And maybe Victoria's Secret was getting fucked on an island. And now he's part of this case. which has been known for years, and I've been saying this for 3 years, but that was one of the names that was just unredacted. Let's see what VH1 was saying about Epstein in 2000.
But in 1976, eventually launching his own exclusive finance firm for billionaire clients. But he just couldn't keep out of the classroom. So when he was shopping for a new house, he bought himself an entire schoolhouse and transformed it into the largest single residence in all of Manhattan at a
East 81st Street, Manhattan, Upper East Side.
whopping 51,000 square feet.
Oh, yeah.
The school cost about $20 million, and he's dropped $10 million just renovating it.
It has incredible bells and whistles, closed-circuit television.
Stop saying "or," dumbass.
A heated sidewalk out front, so the snow melts.
But only one man truly rules the Wall Street skies. Because for former school teacher turned billionaire Jeffrey Epstein, one private plane won't do. He's got a small fleet. A Gulfstream 4, a Cessna, and a Boeing 727 with, of course, an in-flight trading room.
Is it great looking back? Like, look at them flex on this. Like, what were these planes being used for?
He has a Boeing 727. I'm just wondering now, what do you need a commercial-size airliner for?
Believe us, it comes in handy when you've got powerful friends to fly around. When Bill Clinton organized a week-long...
Quick. I'm going to watch it. This is a good video. Let's go look it up. So, the owner of VH1 is Paramount Skydance. Let's see, Paramount Skydance CEO. David Ellison. David Ellison. Wow. Huh. David Ellison. Isn't this the same family that just bought TikTok? Wait a second. David Ellison. Okay, give me a timer. Let's look at his Wikipedia, early life. Oh, wow. Fucking hell. His father's of Italian and Jewish heritage. Well, there you go. And VH1, here we go, promoting Jeffrey Epstein in 2001, making him look like a really cool, awful guy. Okay, so Larry Ellison is he related? Larry Ellison, who has now acquired TikTok, and they banned the juice box emoji because they called it anti-Semitic, allegedly, in my opinion. So is he related? Anyway.
Tour of Africa in 2002, Jeff gave him a ride in his personal 727 and took actors Kevin Spacey and Chris Tucker along for the trip.
Now, for
Chris Tucker, yeah, well,
former President Clinton, it was a chance to investigate the problems of AIDS in Africa, and for Epstein, it was a chance to hang out with some of his...
Okay, so he's really going to Africa to investigate AIDS. Looking back, is that what you think was going on? You think he was going to Africa to investigate AIDS, or perhaps it was I don't know, find children to go do Squid Games with Jay-Z?
Big shot friends.
Jet setting with Bill, all in a day's work for Wall Street moguls. Wall Street wunderkind Jeffrey Epstein digs science. But he doesn't just have his own chemistry set in the basement.
I don't think so, Dylan.
To satisfy his inner Einstein, Jeff's got his own staff of world-class scientists, and he gives them $20 million a year to do whatever experiments they want.
Jeffrey Epstein was actually once a math teacher, but he's so interested in math and science that he has a team of scientists that he funds. You know,
what was he looking at right here? Dude, he's probably like zoomed in on some panties. You think that he's looking at a molecule?
Just say there's something that they want to study.
You said, why are they glazing him? Look, because we just looked up who owns Paramount, who owns VH1. It's like because they're trying to normalize him because they probably got a favor. Like maybe somebody that's an executive here. Do you think that it's really far-fetched that they were also on an island? Maybe they were super happy that they had a great time at a pizza party eating beef jerky and ice cream.
And he just writes a check.
The platoon of scientists that Epstein has aren't just guys off the street. He's got a Nobel Prize winner, a professor at Harvard.
But bankrolling your own Bunsen burner patrol? Money manager Jeffrey Epstein seems to think so.
Money manager.
He unwinds in his $6.8 million Palm Beach villa.
It's so looking like, you know what all these villas and everything were used for? Look at that exotic Palm Beach villa. Oh my God.
But no Wall Street island hopper grabbed a sweeter spread than our friend Jeffrey Epstein. With an estimated annual take of $75 million, he had more than enough cash to buy his own.
It's so funny that they didn't even say, like, they said he was a high school teacher. How the fuck was he getting all this money? Oh, layout, looking back, he was financed by Les Wexner and Leon Black, rich Jewish Zionists in America. But they just skipped over that. They went, how did this guy go from being a high school teacher to a pedophile with all these estates? Who cares? The jet has aura.
Piece of the Virgin Islands.
Jeffrey Epstein owns a 70-acre private island called Little St. James. It used to be a resort.
And now it's sort of lovingly called Little St. Jeff.
It's sort of lovingly called, oh my God, fuck yeah.
Why not? It's all his.
Yeah, boy!
But when Jeff is back...
Dude, it's so dystopian, right? And again, this is the problem. What do we do with this information now? Like, this is what, can anyone, type of one in the chat if you can't take anything serious. It's so hard to take things serious. Yeah, boy! Pedophile island, blackmail for Israel. Yeah, boy! It's so hard to take anything seriously. I just look around and I feel like... So that's why we'll get to the solution today, because I have been... trying actively to avoid the schizophrenia. We saw that video from I Heart Memphis yesterday, some rapper who started to crash out insanely. What do we do? What do we do with this information? How do we protect ourselves from schizophrenia and from going insane? I see people in the chat like, SNEAKO, can you organize a protest? Like, what the fuck is that gonna do, bro? You think a protest is gonna stop this? What is a protest gonna do, dude? There's got to be some real actionable solutions to this, and we'll get into that.
In the States, he retreats to the Santa Fe mega ranch he bought back in 1993.
Epstein is said to have the largest home in New Mexico. His property is 7,500 acres.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
All of his homes, all over the country and the world, are equipped with trading screens. So he can basically just wake up in the morning and start trading.
Private islands, holiday mega homes, typical vacation options in the
typical vacation options, ha ha ha,
wonderland called Wall Street.
Just because you have all the money in the world, it can't buy happiness if you don't have that special someone in your life.
These guys were sort of the math whizzes and the science nerds of high school, and they probably didn't get as...
I can't listen to this bumbleclock keep speaking, bro. It's okay. So there's some models and stuff here. Moving on. But yeah, it just shows how long they've been trying to normalize this and make it seem awful and everything. So that's why I'm saying, let's yeah, anyway. Bumbleclot, Rossclot, Pussyclot. Let's go back to the content creators. I saw this one was super funny. I didn't even realize it at first. This is that Hassan orbiter, what's her name, Jeans? She looks straight up like out of Lebanon over here, right? She looks like a Houthi, and then now she looks like a Caucasian girl. It's like this is that girl Jeans. Isn't that crazy? No, not denims. Yeah. She a baddie, dude. Doesn't she look completely different back then? Like, what happened? Is she going undercover? Oh, great. And here, dude, this is some mail. Before we get into that, look who's just arrived. Well. Prime Minister has arrived in the U.S. ahead of his meeting with President Trump tomorrow. The state of Israel. So here's what's going to happen, and we'll get in further. So war in Iran is imminent. This is what this means. This is his 6th visit to the United States. 6th visit to Mar-a-Lago to fuck Trump. Just in his 2nd term. Trump's only been in office a little bit over 1 year. What he's going to do is he's going to apply pressure. So what we saw yesterday, Ghislaine Maxwell, she pleaded the 5th and said that she will not say anything unless she gets clemency from Trump. She wants to get pardoned. Ghislaine Maxwell will not say anything until she gets a pardon from Donald Trump. All this is going on, and everybody is smashing their TVs for the Goy Bowl because their favorite sports ball team owned by people partnered up with Netanyahu lost. So now he's arrived, he's in the country. And what he's going to do, I'm telling you right now, remember this when it happens, he is going to apply extreme pressure behind the scenes to tell Trump, if you don't go to war with Iran right now, we are going to make you look like the pedophile that these files can make you look like. We are going to ruin your life, and we are going to expose the entire government. Trump already thinks that he's going to hell. He said this on a plane. He does not think he's going to heaven. Trump already said, when Mark Levin put his arm around him, I'm the first Jewish president. It's true. It's true. That's the final nail in the coffin right here. Trump just said in that speech that he thinks that 58,000 people in Gaza were all Hamas. Trump has said recently at the World Economic Forum with Jared Kushner that they want to build casinos right there. It's great real estate, guys. It's great real estate. It's the best. They want to build gold hotels there. So, and let's not sugarcoat it. War in Iran is the start of World War III. It already was when the U.S. bombed Iran last summer. Trump said no new wars, and look how many wars have been started. And look how all these wars benefit Israel. Venezuela was all about Israel. They're giving oil to Israel. Right? The reason that the U.S. invaded Venezuela and kidnapped Maduro was to get a new oil supply that they will lose by bombing Iran, because Iran controls the Strait of Hormuz, which controls so much oil that goes into EU. We need to get a new oil supply. Where do we get it? Venezuela. Venezuela oil now going to Israel. Now we have that. We have all the justification. America has all the justification to bomb Iran. Netanyahu's here. Put the final threat. Do it right now, Goyim. Do it right now, Goy. Or we have the Samson option. If you don't do this, the Samson option is an option that Israel has where they can bomb and nuke the entire world if anti-Semitism gets too bad. This is the start of World War III. War in Iran is now the start of World War III. Do not panic. There's no point. What can you do? Is a protest going to stop it? Nope. A protest, this is inevitable. This is always going to happen. This is destiny. This is always going to be the case. Did you see Netanyahu repost? No, I didn't. What do you repost? Wow, I didn't see this.
אני יוצא עכשיו לארצות הברית לנסיעה השביעית שלי להיפגש עם הנשיא טראמפ מאז שהוא נבחר בקדנציה השנייה. זה כמובן לא כולל את הביקור
Okay, I don't know what the fuck he's saying. I'm headed to the United States for my 7th trip. Oh, my mistake. Not the 6th, 7th trip. Oh my God. It's literally, it's not his 6th trip. It's his 7th trip. To meet with President Trump since he was elected for a second term. This, of course, does not include his unforgettable visit to Israel and his speech in the Knesset. I believe these things reflect the unique closeness and the extraordinary relationship we have with the U.S. And personally, between me and the president and between the state of Israel and the United States, something unprecedented in our history. On the trip, we will discuss a series of issues, Gaza, the region, but of course, first and foremost, the negotiations with Iran. I will present to the president our positions regarding the principles of the negotiations, the important principles. And in my view, they are important not only for Israel, but for everyone in the world who wants peace and security in the Middle East. Yeah, I'm sure. Peace and security after bombing every single surrounding nation. Anyway, here we go. Buckle up. Buckle up. Okay, we'll get into this stuff. So here's Jeans. What's she saying?
Incest is weird and a little gross, but ethically completely fine if it's in between consenting adults and there's no power creep relations. And the people in those relationships are not having children. I think if you remove those 3 factors, there's nothing ethically wrong with 2 consenting adults. Incest is
I'm losing my mind.
and a little gross, but ethically completely fine if it's...
But what the fuck is this bitch talking about? Holy fuck, bro. I'm losing my mind, bro. I'm like... What?
It's in between consenting adults and there's no power creep relations. And
like,
the
are
people.
you trying to fuck your family? Like, what are we? Jesus, bro. Jeez. I would believe.
In those relationships are not having children. I think if
like with the music in the background, like, oh yeah, I want to shoot some time.
Ethically, it's not that weird if like you fuck your like. It's just not even weird.
Ugh. Anyway. And reminder, everyone's like, oh, SNEAKO, start a protest. Like, this is us, bro. This is us. Obviously, me to a lesser extent. My job's fucking sick, but this is the life of Goy.
Hi. Hi. And how are you? I'm good. And how are you? Yes. Some weather we're having, huh? Oh, and it is nice. And the birds. And animals. I love animals. Yes. And the dogs in the sky. Yes, the dogs. The weather. Yes. How are you? Good. And it's good. How is the family? Yes, so good. Yes.
This is what happens when you sign up for Mr. Beast's Klarna app. This is the life you're destined for. We're all just Goyim. This is what we do, bro. I know people get all riled up and stuff like that. This is life. This is life. But here's the problem, and we'll get to the solution, which I'm excited to get to. Right? There's lots of videos that I wanna cover up today, that I want to get into. All right, and it's time to get uncensored. So people on YouTube, come on over to Kick. I'm gonna go type the link in the chat right now. Come on over, kick.com/SNEAKO. It's gonna be a long stream once again, as it always is. We're putting in the hours over here. So pull up right now. It's gonna be a banger. That sounded corny. It's gonna be good. Come over to Kick. Uncensored.
SNEAKO, can we get a pic? It's good.
Where's that old lady chat?
It's gonna be too much if we're over there. Just for security's sake, it's not gonna work.
Can I take a picture? Thank you, man.
Tomorrow night, I smash your boy. Islam!
Islam! Islam!